Hey Canucks fans, hope you're well. I'm back for another season of Canucks Goal Breakdowns, but with two big changes that I think are going to be better for this channel. Number one, I'm going to review every single game, win or loss, every single goal, Canucks goal, opponent's goal from every game. So I'm going to have something to say about every single goal from this season. So I think that'll be a nice change, breaking down the goals, Canucks goals and opponents goals from wins and losses. And number two, because I'm doing that, I'm not going to do it every single night. I'm going to be doing it once a week. So I'll use Sunday through Saturday week, the first day of the week being a Sunday, the last day of the week being a Saturday, and I'll review all the games together for that particular week. So this video, I'll cover the first two games of the season, which were October 9 and 11, and then my video that I'll release tomorrow will be covering the next three games that ended in last night's win over Chicago. And then after that, we can get used to a rhythm of one video a week like this, breaking down all the games from the week, usually coming out on the Sunday or the Monday. So here we go. Week one of the Vancouver Canucks. It starts off with the Vancouver Canucks hosting the Calgary Flames on Thursday, October the 9th. It was the home opener for the Canucks. And all these highlights throughout the season will be taken from NHL.com. So let's get going. Calgary versus Vancouver. And the first goal of the season is the Canucks goal. It's a Uyghur missed shot, and Hanley has trouble collecting it. And now it's Sherwood and O'Connor putting some pressure. Sherwood with a wrist shot from the top of the circle, and surprisingly gets past Dustin Wolf. Now Wolf started the night before, so it was a surprise move that actually started this game against Vancouver, but it shows the lack of faith, I guess, that Calgary has in their backup goaltender. But this isn't about the Flames. This is about the Canucks. So we see, once again, Uyghur, the shot goes wide. Some pressure on Hanley. Can't take it off his skate. And now it's O'Connor to Sherwood. And right here, Sherwood looks. And we know that Sherwood is a shot first player, a shot first mentality, which is fine for a team that needs more shots. O'Connor drives the net. Obviously, that's a very important part of it. And then Sherwood, just a wrister that it doesn't even deflect off the defenseman's stick. And it goes past Wolf on the blocker side, and then Sherwood celebrates the first goal of the season. There it is, Sherwood looking up, and then there, you can tell, look at his face, look at his good-looking half-Japanese face. He is ready just to shoot, and look at it, he gears up and shoots. Yeah, and no screen, no distraction, just a good shot past Dustin Wolf. Canucks are up 5 minutes in to their home opener. Then we skip all the way to third period. No goals in the second period. This one's interesting. Hito skates around, eludes a few people, puts a shot off Kevin Ball's head, and then scores as all the Flames are hoping for a stoppage in play. Like even Hito, it's kind of like a humble, this is what I like about Hito, kind of like a humble celebration. DPD is like a rookie, isn't sure if he's supposed to celebrate, or a second year player. They're kind of gonna go check on Ball now, but then as you'll see, the referee actually motions them away here, so they're all checking, so they're all looking. They actually kind of classy. They don't want to celebrate too much. They're all checking on their defenseman. Wolf's trying to figure out what's going on. Alexander Mogilny's reffing here, which is kind of cool. But look, they start to come, and then Mogilny tells them, actually, hold on, we got it. So this is how the goal actually transpired. Hito brings it in, has a chance to, he fans on it, has a chance to give it to Hughes. No, that's O'Connor. Doesn't give it to him. Has a chance to give it to Hughes, doesn't give it to him. Instead, cuts across the middle, and then takes a quick wrist shot, either trying to get it to Besser here or trying to score. And right there, it goes off of Ball's head, unfortunately, off the back of his helmet. So he falls. He actually falls into Dustin Wolf's right leg, taking him out of the play. These guys are, even O'Connor, look, O'Connor's not sure what to do. So Ball's down, Wolf is stretched out. These two guys are here. Anderson's got a stick up. Hito shoots in the open net. Well, O'Connor puts his arm up, like all chaos. But this goal ends up counting because it was still a scoring chance. And I guess the refs didn't deem right in the moment that it was a super serious injury. Once again, Hito, wrist shot. No, that definitely wasn't a pass. It was a wrist shot. It hits Ball in the head. Ball takes Wolf's pad out. He's saying, look at him. He's yelling, what are you doing? Don't shoot. You're not supposed to shoot. Hito says, forget it. I'm shooting. Look how much space I have there. And then O'Connor puts his hand up after the puck goes in. Kind of a comedy of errors, but the goal does count. Let's look at it one more time. Hito off of Ball's head. Everyone's screaming. Zari stops playing, and Hito scores again. I guess NHL.com thought this was good because they show it a fourth time. There, unfortunately, the puck goes off the back of Ball's helmet, and then everyone is kind of stopped, and then Hito puts in the empty net. 2-0 for the Vancouver Canucks. Next, Philip Hito scores a goal he doesn't have to worry so much about. A beautiful pass, Archie Baines, boom. up the middle. Here comes Chytil, and he goes blocker side again. So it's 2 of the first 3 goals on Dustin Wolf on his blocker side. I'm not sure if that was a pre-scout or just there's more room there. He wasn't giving them the glove, or he was giving them the glove. Who knows? But Chytil scores his second goal of the period, second goal of the game. Look at this pass from Baines. Gathers it up, has his head up. Chytil has his head up, and then puts it, threads the needle, and Chytil does a good job of receiving it. And Chytil's fast, right? So no one's going to catch him. Look at this. So forehand, backhand, forehand, forehand, backhand, forehand, and then all that space past Dustin Wolf. Really, really nice play. Chytil head up the whole time. Good speed. No one was going to catch him. 3-0 Vancouver Canucks. The Canucks make it 4-0 on this nice goal. So Connor Garland gains the line to Kane, and Kane a nice no-look pass, or sort of look pass, to Jonathan Lekkerimäki's forehand, and he puts it in past Dustin Wolf. Pretty sure it's blocker side. We'll look at it real quick. 4-0 Vancouver Canucks. Really, really nice goal. Wolf's probably saying, maybe I shouldn't have started today. So here we go. Garland gains his own. Nice inside-out move. Goes around. Backhand pass behind the net to Kane. So Kane uses his body to shield off the defender. And then he goes around the net. And he sees Lekkerimäki going to find this little seam right here. And Kane does a really nice pass. He knows that Lekkerimäki is right-handed. So instead of putting the puck too far to the middle, he puts it perfectly on Lekkerimäki's stick. Look at that. Can't get any better. And yes, it goes blocker side. 3 out of 4 shots. 3 out of 4 goals on Wolves' blocker side. We get one more look at this. Kane, perfect pass to Lekkerimäki along the ice. Lekkerimäki puts it in. 4-0 Vancouver. The Flames do spoil Demko's shutout bid with 7 minutes left. Bit of a scramble play. Baines and Sherwood almost blow the zone. And then it's more scramble. And then Frost just turns around, and it actually goes through a player's leg and then through Demko as well. They show this goal 3 more times, so get ready if you like to see Calgary Flames highlights. I'm not sure if they show the start of this play again. Yeah, right here. So actually Baines could have just skated it up himself, but instead tried to get to Sherwood, and it gets kept in the zone right there. So now Calgary goes on the offensive, but Vancouver does a good job of recovering and keeping them on the outside. Bit scrambly, no shot. And then Frost just turns around, and then it goes through Farabee and then goes through Demko as well. Once again, Frost turns and shoots it, and then Demko is screened by Farabee. And we see it one more time. Actually, we see it right here. It's a good look at it. I think right there, it goes through Farabee's legs. Forbert's reaching, and it goes under Demko's pad. 4-1 for Vancouver. Here's the last goal of the game. It is Petey. Bring it through the neutral zone right here. A nice little pass to Besser. Petey drives the lane, sorta, not really. DeBrusk drives the lane, and Besser beats Wolf on, guess what? Yes, ding, 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 his blocker side. And this is the final goal of the game. But I like what Petey does here. I'm not just being a Petey apologizer here, but after he gets the pass, Petey comes, and then Ray Ferraro makes the point too. Gives it to Besser, but instead of driving the lane and clogging it up, that's DeBrusk's job. So he actually takes his defenseman slightly out of the play. Now look at this. Besser has all this room to shoot. DeBrusk is driving the lane. Now this defenseman tries to recover, and Besser snaps it past the blocker, top shelf. Really, really nice shot. Again, Pettersson gets out of the way. Besser, top corner. So the Canucks win their home opener. Okay, one more time for good measure. Look at that. Beautiful shot. Besser has been sniping them. Canucks win 5-1 in their home opener, erasing the stench of last year's home opener versus the Calgary Flames, where they blew a big lead. And the first one to Thatcher Demko looks like it was Philip Hronik, followed by Arshdeep Bains. So that is game number 1. Vancouver defeating the Calgary Flames 5-1. Game number 2 for the Vancouver Canucks was 2 nights later in Edmonton. Hockey night in Canada, the Canucks' first road game of the season, facing the Stanley Cup finalists for the past 2 seasons, the Western Conference champions for the past 2 seasons, of course, the Edmonton Oilers. Not the best game by Canucks standards. Good game for Edmonton. Canucks hung in there for as long as they could, but as you'll see, or as you already know, the Canucks fell short on this one. So Canucks Edmonton on October the 11th. We're going to skip ahead to the middle of the second period for the first goal of the game, and it's an Edmonton goal, but starts off in the Edmonton zone. Connor Garland goes around the net, kind of a blind pass to no one, and now the Oilers have numbers. It's Podkolzin over to Philp, back to Kapanen, then back to Philp, and then Philp puts it in past Thatcher Demko. Philp's first NHL goal. Not sure Demko even knew who it was coming in on him, but he was good enough to beat Demko on the short side, and we'll see Garland's frustration. So Garland gives up the puck there, and now it's Podkolzin, and it's a nice touch pass from Kapanen to Philp. Philp back to Kapanen, Kapanen back to Philp, and then Philp, I think Myers reaches in, but I don't think he touches it, and he actually beats Demko on the short side. And then watch Garland right here. He knows that he messed up. He's mad. He slams his stick on the ice. Boom. Boom. Big karate chop to the ice. So we'll see this a couple times. Again, Kapanen and Philp give and go. Philp puts it past Demko. And yeah, Myers, oh, maybe it did touch Myers' stick, actually. And now that I look at it from that angle, regardless, Edmonton goes up 1-0. It's another Edmonton goal. You think Vancouver has it safely right here, but then Hito, horrible pass. Mangiapane intercepts it and then just kind of drags it. No one's checking him because no one expected him to get the puck by himself. There's Hito, kind of upset, remembering, kind of wishing that he was playing against Calgary again when he dominated. But yes, this was a bad giveaway right there. And Mangiapane does a great job. Turns around and he doesn't rush. He looks up, stares down Demko, waits actually for a bit of traffic, and then snaps it past Demko on his blocker side. Now we go to the third period, and finally the Canucks get on the board. It's not a power play, but some good pressure here. You see Hughes drag it towards the middle, and then snaps it, and Besser takes it out of midair with his stick, turns, and puts it past the goaltender. Really, really nice. Goaltender being Calvin Pickard, obviously. I just had to make sure it wasn't Skinner. So great, a second consecutive game for a Besser goal, and really, really nice play here. He shows a good hand-eye coordination. Check this out. So, sorry, I just talked through this, but we'll show it better here. So Hughes snaps it. Besser takes it out of midair right there with his hands, bats it down. It's bouncing. He corrals it. And then this is truly a no look. He's not looking. I'm not sure if he's hoping for a deflection from DeBrusque, but he just turns, and it just has enough room to skip through the middle towards the far post past Calvin Pickard. Now the Canucks have life. Not a goal here, but an amazing Demko save that I want to show you. Edmonton Oilers put some pressure on, and watch this save on Draisaitl. Bouchard to Draisaitl, and boom. Demko robs him with the glove. This is Draisaitl, one of the 2-3 best players in the entire league. He's looking up. Edmonton Oilers are looking up. Look at this. So a bit of a scramble play, and Bouchard sees Draisaitl in his office. Draisaitl has it, so he's got a lot of time to either bank it off Demko's pad, put it up top, but he takes a second to corral it. And look at Demko reaching back, basically snagging it off of the goal line. An amazing save. Amazing save. But then Draisaitl does end up scoring, albeit with no Demko in the net. The Oilers intercept the pressure in the zone, and it finally gets up to Draisaitl from Nurse, from McDavid, and he makes no mistake on this one. So again, did I like the Canucks' effort with the extra man? Could have been a little bit better. A bit stronger on the puck. Of course, the Oilers are a really good team. But yeah, so this is after the steal, McDavid to Nurse, and then Draisaitl with the backhander. Hughes is mad, channeling his inner Connor Garland, and he slams his stick against the post. Maybe he thought that he could have stopped that backhand. He probably could have, actually. I've seen better saves from Hughes, and there we go. So that's it. The Canucks lose to the Edmonton Oilers 3-1. They make their way down the tunnel, and this evens their record out at 1-1 after the first two games. Hope you guys enjoyed this breakdown. Let me know which goal, which highlight, which play stood out to you the most from either of the two games. Again, I'll be doing these once a week as opposed to after every game, but I'll be doing it after every week, covering every goal from every game, both wins and losses. Shout out to my sponsors, Van City Experts Real Estate, Gassy Jack Art, and Mulligan Golf Company. Thank you to my members, legendary Lucas Gates, legendary Line Change, legendary Carol Bovelander, legendary Brian Blingy Choi, legendary Swervin Irvin, and legendary Andrew Chang. Thank you all legends, and thank you to Hall of Fame franchise members as well. And thanks to all of you for watching, liking, and subscribing. On the way out, like the video, subscribe, leave a donation if you want to, but most importantly, leave me a comment. Which goal, which highlight stood out to you, and why? Was it something that I pointed out? Was there something I missed? Just let's get the conversation going in the comments. I love to read, react, and reply as always. Look for another one of these videos tomorrow, breaking down week 2 of the Canucks NHL season. Spoiler alert, I get to cover 2 wins and 1 loss. Stay safe, stay healthy, take care of yourselves and take care of each other. God bless, and go Canucks go.